Hello everyone, this is a tutorial to demonstrate how to use the New Believers Hymn Book app or other apps created by My Site Creations. First of all, we're going to show you how to locate a hymn. We can enter a number in the search box by tapping the box, choosing a number, and tapping return. If that is a little cumbersome, you can also use the keypad at the bottom. I'm going to choose the backspace and then enter a new number. Also, I can swipe right and left to go to the next or previous hymn. And I can also search for a phrase. And I can also use the slider to browse hymns. If I want to see what I have chosen, what hymns I have chosen in the past, I can browse my history by swiping right and left. Now, let's take a look at the different views available to us. Currently, we're looking at the words view, lyrics view, but we can also choose music, or we can choose just the melody and move from verse to verse by tapping the verse number. Another view would be both music and words side by side, which is a bit small for this screen. We can also choose presentation view, which makes things a bit less cluttered for presenting. Tap once to return. And if I want to switch between words view and music view, all I have to do is double tap the view icon. Next, we have the index button. And under the index, I can choose a category and then choose a hymn in that category. I can make this a favorite by tapping the star and then go to favorites, and the favorite will be there for choosing. I can clear the categories to see all my favorites. We'll go back to home. And let's choose hymn number 2. And here we're going to choose next the tunes button. And we can see there are different options for tunes. I can choose the second one as the default instead of the first one. And now, whenever I come back to number 2, it will show me this tune instead of the first one. And it will be checked to show that I chose this as my default. If I don't like the ones that are normally used for this hymn, I can find a custom tune down below. I can listen to it. If that's the one I want, I can select it. And then going back to home, it will use that tune. It will also include the lyrics with the music. Now, the next button over is the Hymnals button. We can choose different hymnals if we'd like. The next button over is Settings. And here I can turn settings on or off. We can change the color theme to something like dark mode if we prefer. I'm going to change it back to blue on white. Also in settings is font size, tune options, search options, backup and restore. I do suggest backing up your settings if you have favorites, just in case something happens and they're lost or removed. The tune settings, tune options are available here, as well as you can get to them quickly by choosing the tune settings button next to the play button. Here you can hide the player, choose to repeat the audio or not, choose to display the first line melody, snippet of notes. If you wish to play only the first note, if you are a song starter and just want to hear the pitch, you can turn that on. Doing that just plays the first note, and that's all. You can choose a voice to make it more prominent, soprano, alto, tenor, or bass if you want to learn parts and to sing harmonies. You can choose different instruments. And you can randomly play your favorites or randomly play all of the hymns in the hymnal. To play a tune, you simply tap the play button. To add a note about the hymn, as I have done here, you tap the Notes button and add your note. To view author information, we can tap the author here, or in lyrics view, the author is at the bottom. If you need help or forget how to do something, the help button is last. And you can always send feedback to us about things that you find difficult or are wondering about. I hope this tutorial has been helpful, and feel free to reach out if you have questions.